do a floating and sinking experiment. I've got a collection of objects from my house that you can choose whichever objects you would like. And I've got some containers to put my predictions in. That's going to be my guesses. And I've also got a bowl of water. This is where the experiment's going to take place. So, I've got my objects. Now I need to make my predictions. This means I need to guess whether I think they're going to float on top of the water or sink down the water to the bottom of the pot. Have a little look and a think and see if you can make your own predictions before I make mine. So I've started to make some predictions. I hope you've made them too. I've put my hairbrush, which is quite light, in the float column, and I've put lots of other things which I think are quite heavy, or I think the tissue will sink too. It's not heavy, but I know it will get wet. I've just got a potato. What do you think? It's very heavy. I think so too. I think it will sink. I've got a tomato. Oh, the tomato is quite small. I think this one will float. And I've got a pen. Oh, I think this one will sink too. So I've got lots of objects in my sink pot, only a few in the float. Now let's do the experiment and see. Okie dokie. I think I'll start with my floating objects. I think my hairbrush is going to float. I'm going to do the experiment and see if my prediction was correct or if I got it wrong. Ooh, it's floating. I wonder if it is floating. It's like a boat. I'll try the tomato as well. What do you think? Oh, I got that one wrong. Did you? It doesn't matter if we get it wrong. That's part of being a scientist. We made a prediction, but we tested it and we got it wrong. That's okay. Now I'm going to test the objects which I predicted would sink. I'll just move the hairbrush out of the way so we can still see what's going on. I've got my potato. I think it's going to sink. Let's see. Oh yes, it's very heavy. It's gone right to the bottom with the tomato. So the potato has sunk. I've got a pen. Let's see if this sinks. What do you think? Oh, that one floats. I didn't think that would happen. It's very interesting. Don't worry if you get it wrong. Miss Michaela got it wrong too. I've got my bottle of shampoo. Let's see if it sinks. Oh, it floats as well. This is really interesting. Here's my tissue. I said it's going to get wet and sink. Oh, at the beginning it's floating. But now it's getting wet and heavy. And it's floating to the, sinking to the bottom. So it did float a little bit, but it also did sink. I've got 2 spoons here. This is an interesting one. I've got a plastic spoon. The plastic one floats. The metal spoon sinks to the bottom, so I got that one correct. Here's my passion fruit, which is quite heavy as well. Let's see if this sinks. What do you think? Oh, that floats. That's interesting. So the potato must be heavier than the passion fruit. And then I've got a little bowl here. It's very heavy, it's made out of china. I think this will sink too. Oh, it's floating at the beginning like a boat. I wonder what happens if I put some water inside it. Oh, now it's sinking. That's very interesting. Did you get any predictions correct or did you get them incorrect? Have you learned something from our floating and sinking experiment? I wonder which objects you'll try at home. Have fun.